Sup Shredders, my name is Logan, aka Spiderhands, and welcome to an SP Reacts, where today we have ourselves a track from an ex named Kuill titled Lost on Dione, or Dione, I'm not sure, I think it's Dione. If we switch over to here, we have ourselves a track on YouTube. This is a live performance of the song from the press night in Leeds, and we're going to listen through it from start to finish, and we're going to hear what we think. Just before we get into it, I think you can listen to the album version of this track on the album that Kuill has got on Spotify titled Fragile Creatures. But that's cool. Let's go. Let's do it. I like the feel from that piano.
Someone once told me to take it all slowly and know I am not my mistakes. Maybe freeze at the mention of this new invention that you claim could cure all my heartaches. So I packed up my world and I folded my life. I took 3 little birds and I reached for the skies. Now that I understand, it's a one-way flight.
The piano work is beautiful. Apologies, Dione. Apologies.
And people that know me know I am frightened of losing my memories. The things you have shown me, they're lost on Dione. Lost on Dione.
It's beautiful.
How could anything matter more than my boy from Saturn? Guess that I am still learning to change. Now that I am a teacher for my own fragile creature, it scares me that you might feel pain. I would conquer the world, I would lay down my life, stand alone in the dark so your star can burn bright. Now that I understand, it's a one-way flight, then it happens slowly. I'm lost on Dione.
Great panning of those backing vocals there.
Lost on Dione, lost on Dione. Then it happened slowly. I'm lost on Dione.
Phenomenal dynamic range as well.
And people that know me know that I'm frightened of losing my memories.
And the kid on the screen, nice. You can just tell the immense sort of like.
Someone once told me to take it all slowly and know I am not my mistakes. Thank you so much.
Beautiful. I had a great time with this. That was Lost on Dione from Kuill. We're going to talk about it more in the conclusion. And welcome to the conclusion of my review of this track from an act named Kuill titled Lost on Dione. I apologize for this pronunciation earlier. From the press night in Leeds, the live performance. I think it was the first live performance of that track, and they did an incredible job of it. But what do I think this track is about? I think it is about someone who loves their son, their child, and they are afraid of losing that person. They'll do anything they could to still keep that person in their life. And I think that it's basically a celebration of being a parent, but also an awareness and like a, I suppose, a release of sort of those feelings they have either way about it. I think it's a beautiful thing to write a story about. I feel like a lot of people will be able to relate to the track, and therefore I think, at least in that part, it is effective. But in addition to that, one of the things I really appreciate about this track is the way that it was sung. Quill's vocals on the lead were sensational. We had tremendous vocal technique both in the head and chest voice. We're very comfortable vibratos and harmonizing with the backing vocalists who were panned on the side in a way that was very, very satisfying. And ultimately, it's just a really sensational effort from everyone involved. We're really sort of happy with the way that they presented themselves across, communicated the story, and expressed themselves. And you could tell just by the sound of it, also from the video, that they were really putting their heart into it. I think another thing I appreciated was the piano accompaniment there. I thought that was very strong. The way that we articulated our right hand and had things kind of fluttering, move across there, and we filled in the space, and Colin responded occasionally, and we were very delicate and elegant where we needed to be, showing a bit of vulnerability alongside what the vocals were doing, which helped to add a sense of chemistry to this overall experience. But it was also the fact, in addition to all that it was just really technically proficient as well. It wasn't just a sort of a balladesque kind of format. It was its own sort of body there, and it allowed itself to have its own personality and presence in the piece really well. I think finally, in addition to sort of general comments about the production being quite well handled and the song itself was being more sort of like conservative in regards to its structuring and presentation still being performed quite well, it's simply the fact that it's the extra dynamic range and the way the drums were implemented. So I think that the fact that we had those cymbal shimmers is more of almost an atmospheric kind of thing, as opposed to have a sense of a driving sort of push forward or whatever. The drums were a sometimes thing, and it showed that we were more sort of like in the moment, as opposed to sort of pushing ourselves to try and have a groove that people could sort of dance to. We understood that this was a very sort of intimate experience, and I just think that we made the correct decision to have more of the focus on the actual sort of like the kind of the airiness of it, like not in a bad way, like in a spooky way, but like just like the mood, the mistiness of it, those feelings that were kind of awash in from both the backings and the main vocals, the piano and everything else going on. So I feel like overall it was a really well-handled song that I think is exactly where it needs to be in regards to someone of Quill's tenure, and I'm happy I had the chance to listen to it. I don't think there's anything I'd change about it. I thought in general it was very good. And that's my review of this track from an act named Kuill, titled Lost on Dione, the live performance from Press Night Leeds, and hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please go show them some love via their various social medias and their YouTube page, and stay cool and stay safe. Oh, Spotify as well. I'll put the Spotify there. And stay cool and stay safe. Please remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as need the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world. And I will catch you in the next SP Reacts. Spiderhands out.